Liberty is a democratic value without which man cannot live. Liberty helps to grow the human personality, and democracy without liberty just we can't think. It is said as the heart of the democracy. In a jungle, in a beast society, in the animal society, liberty doesn't need. But in the human society, for the development of human beings, for finding out, for augment the human personality, the liberty is most necessary. If we see the history of the world, the independent movement of different countries, either American Independence War or Glorious Revolution or French Revolution or Russian Revolution, everywhere we can see the fight for liberty. Liberty, without liberty, man just cannot live. A beast can live, but man cannot live. The life of man would be like animal without liberty. So liberty is a term, English term, which has been derived from the Latin term that is liber. Liber means free. Free means the man can do anything which he wishes without the restriction, without limitation, without restraint, without force and coercion from others. That is called liberty. But this kind of liberty is known as negative liberty. The liberty is divided into two types: negative liberty and positive liberty. So the negative liberty means the liberty which doesn't have any control, any restraint, any limitation, or the absence of limitation and restriction over the human liberty. The man can do which he or she wishes, think, without any outer external restriction, force, coercion, etc. That is called negative liberty. The proponents of negative liberty are Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, Isaiah Berlin, Tocqueville, and your Thomas Jefferson, Edmund Burke, J.S. Mill, Herbert Spencer, and Milton, etc. They all said about the negative liberty. That means the absence of any kind of restriction on the human liberty. The presence of restriction, on the liberty hampers it, arrests it. The man cannot use his liberty freely. Therefore, on the human liberty, restrictions should not be there. That is called negative liberty. And another is the positive liberty. Positive liberty means on the human liberty, some logical, legal, rational restrictions must be in order to make liberty equal for all, in order to make liberty democratic, constitutional. Because without restriction over the liberty means the misuse of liberty. Without restriction, liberty shall be misused by the powerful people of the society, by the elite class people. The poor, the weaker sections of the society could not use the liberty. It is quite essential to have restriction on individual liberty in order to make it equal for all, in order to make it democratic and constitutional. So, according to law, under the constitution, by the rule of law, some essential restrictions must be over the individual liberty. That is called positive liberty. The positive liberty is more democratic than the negative liberty. So liberty is very much essential for all the human beings, irrespective of their caste, color, creed, religion, language, reason. It is very much essential for all the people, for their growth, for development, for blossoming out their hidden qualities. Liberty of thought, expression, liberty of choice. These are the essential pillars, essential elements of democracy. In a state of anarchy, in the jungle, liberty never we find, because the human society needs liberty. The animals do not need it. Liberty is applied over the people. Liberty is made for the people. So liberty shall be used for the benefit of the people. We cannot use the liberty to harm the liberty of others. Absence of restriction over liberty means harming others' liberty, misuse of liberty. Because all over the world, we see fighting for the liberty. Every people, every time, in each moment, the people fight for their liberty. Liberty doesn't mean it is of the strong people, of the rich people, of the high caste people, of the elite people, but it is for all the people, irrespective of their caste, class, creed, etc. So all people need liberty for their personality development, for their individual development. Liberty must be used for the personal development as well as for the collective development, for the social development, for the public purpose. So liberty doesn't mean it is restricted to some or few people. It is for all the people. So liberty in the society, we see liberty as a democratic weapon, a democratic element or value, stands for the welfare of all people. My liberty ends there where others' liberty start, others' liberty begin. I must walk on the road unless or until obstructions from other people come. Liberty is a term, magical term, for which several bloody fighting have been doing. So liberty not only a democratic or constitutional value, but also a human value. Every human being needs it. Both poor and rich, both weaker and strongest, all people need the liberty for their progress, welfare, development, benefit, etc. John Stuart Mill, a proponent of negative liberty, writer of a famous book on liberty, that is on liberty, he said, the liberty should not be restricted by the government. The monopoly activities of the government must be restricted. Liberty is a magical and democratic term which stands for the benefit of people. According to Jean-Jacques Rousseau, J.J. Rousseau, liberty is the essence of human being. And Rousseau said that man is born free, but everywhere he is in chain. So he had to understand the essence of liberty, the meaning of liberty. And some philosophers said, state is the protector of the liberty. State by law protects liberty. State helps to grow liberty. But some philosophers said that, like the negative philosophers, liberty philosophers said, state doesn't protect the liberty, but state curtails, but state restricts the human liberty. So these differences of different political philosophers regarding the liberty, regarding the activities of the liberty is different. A free state gives people, an independent state gives people freedom. Because free state, independent state goes with the freedom, goes with the liberty of the people. A democratic government provides people liberty. The rule of law is essential for the liberty of the people, not the rule of individual. Because rule of individual curtails, kills the human liberty. Separation of power is necessary for keeping the human liberty intact. For keeping the human liberty secure. That is the separation of power between the legislature, executive and judiciary. Three branches of the government. And also distribution of power is necessary among governments, among union government, state government or the regional government and the local government. The distribution of power, the decentralization of power said by Mahatma Gandhi is also essential for the protection, for the security of the human liberty. Liberty of man is not a silly thing. It is very, very, very much essential. It has very much utility in the life of every human being. Now we are independent. Before August 15, 1947, we all the Indians had not liberty. Because we now in the independent India, in the Republic India, in a republic state that is India, we have liberty. So now we are free under a democratic government, under a republic government, under an independent Bharat. We have been enjoying the liberty without restrictions. Restriction means, as I said, logical, rational, legal, acceptable, democratic, constitutional, legitimate restriction, not immoral, inhuman restriction, not by any people, restriction not by any people. That kind of restriction is always unwanted, is always illegal. That kind of restriction is enemy for the human liberty, is enemy for the human liberty. And so liberty is possible only under a democratic government, only in a republic government. Liberty doesn't need any kind of intervention, any kind of external interference in the human liberty. In the Greek, that is in the Athens, which was a democratic state where the people had democracy, but not all the people had democracy, not all the people had liberty, but only some few people, that is the aristocratic people, the rich people, the free men, they had only liberty. But the slave people, the farmers, women, foreigners had no liberty. In Athens, liberty was the performance of human duty towards the collective development, collective welfare of the Greek, collective welfare of the Athens. So that time, liberty was understood as for the collective development, not for the individual development. But in the modern time, but in the 19th century, after 19th century, liberty was said as for the individual development, along with the collective development. Liberty shall be first used for the individual development and thereafter for the public development, for the common development, for the collective development. So it is the liberty. The magical power of the liberty. The liberty has such kind of power which can shake, which can deroot, which can throw out. A powerful government, a powerful ruler, a powerful unruly ruler. So liberty has a special place. The liberty has a special place in the democracy. The liberty has a special place in the heart of every people. So thank you to all for watching my video, and kind request to all of you to share the video and subscribe my channel. Thank you all.